This is Motherhood Unsaid. Real conversations about motherhood, spoken honestly. Welcome to Motherhood Unsaid, the podcast for the parts of motherhood we whisper about or we don't talk about at all. So today we're talking about what happens when you finally go home and all the emotions that follow. The joy, the shock, and the baby blues no one really prepares you for.
Yeah, everyone asks about the baby, but no one asks about the moment the door closes, the car seat clicks, and suddenly it's quiet. Almost too quiet. I definitely remember obviously going home. We talked about that last week. But getting home was like not what I expected it to be at all. Obviously we had COVID, so we couldn't have our family there and stuff, so that was like obviously hard. But luckily we did have our um my brother-in-law and sister-in-law across the street. So they were able to like bring us meals and like leave us flowers and stuff. So that was really nice. And then my mom was able to come over for like 2 hours just so like we could rest and stuff. But we were so exhausted. And I just remember like having a lot of anxiety, like health anxiety for myself. Um, and that first shower, obviously, that first shower is like I don't know, it's everything, but it's also really super emotional.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it was nice, like I had your brother there with me, and it was just, I don't know, that was like one of the hardest showers I've ever taken, but the most rewarding shower also. Like it felt so good.
Yeah, the first
Um,
shower feels so good.
but and then my mom was there for those 2 hours, so we were able to like get a little nap in and like kind of like figure stuff out. But um, I just remember having a lot of anxiety that first couple hours home. But do you remember like the exact moment that you got home?
Yeah, thankfully, like my parents were able to be with me in the hospital, and they were there when I got home. So
Hmm.
that kind of like reassured me a little bit. Like I had a little bit of support, and I wasn't just like all by myself at that moment.
Yeah.
But the first thing I did was take a shower because I didn't take a
Yeah.
shower. Like, sorry, the hospital is not a place to take a shower. Like, I
No.
want to be like comfortable in my own place. Like,
Yes.
um, I can't remember if I cried during that first shower or not. I don't know if I was like just so overwhelmed,
Hmm.
especially because like that was my first time like being away from the baby. Like
Yeah.
those like 10 minutes, I just took a quick shower. Even to this
Hmm.
day, like we take a shower like once a week. At least I do. So it's still real, like 10 months later. Like
Yes, you're
if
you're still in the thick of it for sure.
like
Yeah.
if I could and it was really rough, like the first months, just even being away from the baby when I take a shower because I'd feel so guilty.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, that first shower, I was like, oh my, like it feels so nice because like you're so like you just gave birth, like you're all
I know.
gross, and
Yes.
then
Yes.
like the bleeding, like no one talks about the bleeding.
Yeah, like how bad it is. Like you literally, I think that's why I had a lot of health anxiety too, because it's like, okay, you're bleeding so much. Like how is this even like possible? Like how am I alive? You know? Like seriously, like it's so much. And then like you're not only changing your baby's diaper, you're having to change your own diaper too. Like it's
Yeah,
just things
but
that people don't talk about.
I'm not gonna lie, kind of like the diaper part. It was just like I don't
It
know,
was
kind of like
it honestly wasn't terrible. It was almost comforting kind of like I
yeah,
don't
that's
know,
what
but
I thought. I was like, I don't have to like wear underwear. Like these are kind of like underwear, and like they have like the padding, and I could just change the whole thing out, you know?
yeah, and it just like yeah, I felt like it makes you feel cleaner and it kind of holds everything in because your body's changing so much. Like as soon as the baby's here, it's like your body immediately is like changing and feeling different and I don't know, squishy in weird places and I don't know, a lot. But so for you, did you have like a lot of anxiety or not in the beginning?
So since my parents were there in the day, not as much, but during the night, that's like when it like hit me because I was scared of him going to sleep,
Mhm.
just because of him like spitting that fluid.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
was just still like, I don't know, that was like a big like trigger for me, and it's like it took like months and months and months, like literally like 6 months before I was like, able to be like comfortable with him just sleeping. Like I would just
Yeah.
wake up in the middle of the night and be like, are you like okay, like are you okay, or I wouldn't be able to sleep at all.
Mhm.
So me and my husband that first week, we took turns. Like you're awake 3 hours, I'll take over, breastfeed, then you go to sleep. You know, it was just like that for a whole week straight, and we were just so exhausted. And I remember I was telling you that, and you're like, you can't keep that up. Like that's not like reality. And then
Mhm.
I remember you bought us like the Nanit, and like that helped relieve the anxiety a
Mhm.
little bit, where I would, be able to sleep, but I'd still wake up like checking on him just because I was still worried. But yeah, the
Yeah.
Nanit was like um kind of like a lifesaver.
Yeah, no, for sure. I thought it was too, like, because I had a lot of anxieties just of like, things happening in their sleep that can happen, and I was like, how concerned should I be of this? Like, should I be checking on him every little bit? So I was. I did. I checked on him a little bit, like every little while because I was so nervous to sleep too. Um, but once I like figured out the Nanit and stuff, that was yeah, seriously life-saving because it monitors him all night. So I was like, okay, like at least we have something. So I did get better sleep after that. But I think the first couple days too, also like just trying to breastfeed and trying to like navigate that world. Um, for me, I in the hospital, I had a lactation nurse come in and she like worked with me and stuff, and she just said like, your milk hasn't come in. I don't know that it's going to come in. She was like, you kind of have signs like that it's not going to. But I was obviously early, so she said that could be like play a part, and I also had COVID, so she
Hmm.
was like, it could be like a lot of stress on your body. So, um, they basically like pushed formula. They said that he would need formula, and well, the lactation nurse did. And then at like 3 a.m., because at first I was like, no, like, I want to breastfeed. And at 3 a.m., I was like, the baby was crying. I was crying. I was like, give me the formula.
Hmm. Yeah.
Because I don't know. I just was like, I already felt like having a mental break. And I didn't know what was right or wrong because I had like different opinions, from like different nurses because your nurses change every 3 hours or however much. And
Yeah.
every time they change, somebody else has a new opinion, So
Yeah.
mm, I like kept trying and trying and trying, and nothing was happening. So we did end up having to formula feed, and that was like a whole nother thing in itself. Not only was it like during COVID, so there was a huge formula shortage, and it was like hard to get any formula. And plus you don't know what formula to give them. You're like, which one is best? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. There's so much research that has to be done on it. And the like I don't know. It's a lot of pressure on the mom,
Yeah.
to like figure
And
out.
I feel like with formula, like you have to find like the right one for your baby too, right?
Oh yeah, we went through so many, like, and we just would have a whole container of formula left over because it didn't work out for him. And then the
Mm-hmm.
doctor like will tell you, oh, try it for 7 days. So like for 7 days, we'd be dealing with like constipation or just like different things that he would like bloat and like all the things he would go through, and I'd feel so bad for him because I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know, and then they're like, wait 7 days. And so it's like, you're going through 7 days of discomfort. Like, I'm so sorry. And it's like, I don't know. So it was a lot like on me, like having not being able to do it. And I don't know. Um, I feel like at first, like, if you're dealing with that, like, it's the guilt is like, you're like, I'm supposed to be able to do this for my child,
Yeah, because you feel like you should be like nourishing them.
Yeah, like, and everybody else can do it. Like, why is my body not? So like
Yeah.
I continued to pump for like days and days and days, just trying. Like I would try to latch him, like just try to do things like, but it never came in. So, but I know for you, like you had a hard experience too with it.
Yeah. And it's just like crazy how like stress can like affect your body that much, like that, you weren't able to like get milk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Um, yeah, for me, during the hospital, like lactation consultant came by and like I just didn't know how to like express and they're like, here, I'll come, like I'll show you.
Mm-hmm.
So like I did and like a little milk came out and then she's like, oh, okay, see like you'll be fine. And
Mm-hmm.
then but like the latching part, like, they just show you like what 5 seconds. Oh, here you go, just do this, right? And then
Yeah.
you think like you're fine at the hospital. But coming home is a whole different story.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I was just constantly worried, like he's not getting any milk. Like, you feel like guilty and you're like, it's my fault kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like still seriously like emotional. But
Yeah.
um and then no one tells you about like the process. Like you're gonna feel engorged, like and it's gonna hurt. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, trying to like still like express or like pump to try like get that like the engorgement go away. And then I'd still feel like I didn't have milk. And I remember my mom was still there like that first few days afterwards when I was trying to like do it. She's like,
Mm-hmm.
that's normal, like, like it will come. um and then like, you go to your babies like after the hospital, it's like the 2-day checkup to make sure like their weight didn't drop. And
Mm-hmm.
his did drop. And then they're like, okay, come back next week. We go back like next week and it drops to like 9%. And like, that they say like it's normal. And
Yeah.
then like the doctor, like I feel like not that formula is bad, but for me, like wanting to breastfeed, like they don't understand and then they just push formula. Like,
Mm-hmm.
like the doctor's like, you need to give formula. And I was like, but I'm like breastfeeding, maybe like my milk hasn't come in yet. So I don't know how, but he gave me one more week. And then I was just like, I continued to like breastfeed and pump at the same time
Mm-hmm.
to start like getting things going. Um and then thankfully he did go back up to his weight. But before that, I took a class with a lactation consultant
Mm-hmm.
and she was even pushing for formula. And I was like, why is everyone pushing for formula?
Yeah,
Like
that's
they don't
crazy.
understand how bad like I want to breastfeed.
Mm-hmm.
Um and I don't know if it's like easy for other people or like if like I have no idea, other besides like our struggles. Like I don't know if like other people just like automatically latch on and like they're fine. But I think it's like a learning process with you and your baby too. Because
Yeah.
it took like I think, yeah, like 2 weeks, I think my milk started coming in. And then I was like always like FaceTime my mom, like, I don't think it's right. And she's like, if he's sucking, he's drinking something.
Mm-hmm.
And then no one tells you like one boob is bigger than the other, one has more. Like no one tells you any of this. So like right now, like one is bigger than the other.
Yeah.
And no one tells you you get milk blisters and like they're painful. Everything about this process is painful.
Mm-hmm.
Um and then like sometimes like the milk blisters like pop and they're like you bleed. So it's just like a lot. And then there's also like mastitis and you could like there's just like a lot of complications that can happen with breastfeeding
Mm-hmm.
that I feel like a lot of people like don't talk about. Um
Yeah.
but still like I don't think he like me and him trying to figure it out. Um, it took like I don't know, probably 2 or 3 months for it not to be painful because they say it's not supposed to be painful, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's still painful. And then like my baby would get milk, lip blisters too because he wasn't latching on
Mm-hmm.
right. So it's just crazy. Um,
It's
But
a lot.
yeah, it's just a lot, especially like when you're going through all that.
Yeah.
And like how I said, like with his weight, like I'd be checking his weight constantly.
Yeah, it causes like a whole nother like anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then like you think it's like your fault.
Mhm.
But I also like there's also forget what it's called, but like when you do breastfeed, sometimes like your emotions, like just start crying and I don't remember like the rest of it, but I was like, I don't know if I had that. um but I know it's a lot for people. Like I know a lot of people choose to formula feed because it's like best for their mental health. But I was
Mhm.
determined, like I don't care like if this was like gonna kill me. Like I was gonna breastfeed him. And I'm sorry, like you weren't able to, but like I was just like, I don't care what happens, like with my mental health. Like I like this is what I need.
Yeah, and that's funny that you say that actually, because like honestly, I do feel like I wouldn't have been able to handle it. Like I feel like it would have been a lot on me. And I am actually really grateful that I did have like the formula, like the journey that I had, because I do feel like at the end of the day, like for us, it's what worked out better. Like just being able to have your brother like feed him, whenever, and I was able to sleep, or vice versa or
Yeah.
whatever. But so like obviously we all have like our own journey, and I think that like you shouldn't compare journeys. Like I feel like people, like if you're in the like midst of it right now, like don't feel like you're failing, because like fed is best, right? Like at the end of the day, like, and that's okay if you're determined and you want to breastfeed, like keep at it. Like obviously, like things do happen. So I feel like for everybody in their journey right now, like I feel like nobody should compare to like what's better for them or what's whatever, like whatever everybody else is doing. I feel like don't listen to the outside noise. Do what's best for you and your baby and what you want to do.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's so important for everybody's health. Like because I think for you, if you wouldn't have been able to breastfeed, that would have been really hard on you.
Yeah.
So like, and you kept at it, and it end up working out for you, and I think that's like so amazing. Like, and formula feeding, I didn't want to do it, but it ended up working out for me. Like I end up being really happy with our journey with it. Like after getting through the hard part, just like for you, you had to get through the hard part too. So I think that's where a lot of us, we compare so much, and we see all of the fake stuff on social media. Like trust me, everybody's going through something. Like nobody's life is perfect, and it's really easy to compare when you're like in the depths of everything going on with you, and especially now like with social media and stuff, it's just crazy. But
Yeah, because like you just look on the internet and it's like they're like happy and they have no problems with
yeah.
like breastfeeding or or they're like going out like in public. Like
Mhm.
I don't know, that was like I was like cooped up in the house for a while because I just
Yeah.
could not go out in society. And I'm barely now after 10 months starting to slowly um go like to the stores, and it's still like really hard.
Yeah, and like obviously you have postpartum depression, so I think that's a huge part of it, but I also think that um everybody goes through some sort of baby blues. And I think that in the beginning, I think we're all kind of feeling that, right? Like everything's so overwhelming, the irritability, like just getting so upset over nothing.
Oh,
Um
yeah. Like and it comes out like all of a sudden you're just angry, and it
yeah.
doesn't matter like what anyone does or what happened. You're just angry. And I'll be like that for like days. And like sometimes um like when I was well, when I'm in like therapy, like I mean, Thursday would be like, oh, just like take a body shower, like just try to relax, like take 10 minutes to yourself, like
Mm-hmm.
as long as you can, like be away from your baby, just try to do it. And then like I would have to like, give the baby to my husband, and be like, I need a shower, so and like a body shower, and then like I'd feel like more relaxed, like okay, like it kind of like um ease that irritability for a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think definitely for me it was like just getting outside, like just going on walks. Like my walks are literally everything to me because I could be in the worst mood and I will just go for a walk and I'm like, okay, I feel better now.
Yeah, I know.
But
That's what they told me, like, because I think I was like cooped up for like a few weeks, and then they're like, you need to go outside, like,
yeah,
and I didn't want to, like, I had no motivation to go outside.
yeah. Yeah, no, I think for sure like those first couple weeks are rough, man. Like and for me I didn't have postpartum, but those first couple weeks were super hard for me too. Like just I don't know, just being the waking up and crying for no reason. Like, why am I crying right now?
Yeah,
Like,
that's like a big
literally, like,
part. I would
and
just cry throughout the day,
yeah,
like,
like for
just
what?
cry.
What?
I don't know.
Like,
I'm like,
I
I don't know
know,
why
that's what
I'm
I'm
crying,
saying.
but I'm crying. Or
Yeah,
like,
like you're,
you know how like the baby bonding, like I barely started bonding with my child. Like, it's just hard and like I would just look at him and not feel anything. And I didn't really like want to like engage or like, you know, like I would just be
mhm,
there like just to take care of him.
yeah,
And like I would just cry looking at him.
yeah. And that's normal. A lot of women go through that, and nobody talks about that. So then you feel even more guilty for feeling that way.
Yeah.
And it's so unfair because if people were to just open up and talk about these things, women would feel so much less alone while they're going through it. And I think, like, I know for you, you held a lot of that back. Like, you didn't tell us what was going on, and we would talk all the time.
Yeah.
And
No,
I
I
think,
was really silent about it.
and I think a lot of women are. And I think that's like the issue with it is like, if it was more normalized, I think people would be able to say like, "Oh yeah, like that's normal. I went through that. Like you're okay. Everything's going to be okay. Eventually it'll come." But since nobody talks about it, everybody's silent about it because they don't want to be judged for feeling that way cuz social media and all these things and everybody makes everything look so happy and easy and it's not. It's not.
Yeah. Like before, like if you would ask me, like I would have like never imagined this is like what people go through. Like I'm like, oh, okay, like your mom, okay, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Like you
I'm
don't think
like,
any of this is going on.
yeah, like I'm like people do it, like, everyone has like well, mostly everyone has kids, like
Yeah.
it can't be
Yeah.
this bad.
I know. Like I really I questioned myself a lot. Like how do so many people have so many children?
I
Like,
don't.
like honestly, like how do people do it? Like in my hard nights, like awake with the baby, and I could just remember thinking, like, why do people do this? Like seriously, like over again. Like, but now looking back at it, I'm like, oh, I miss those days. I miss those like night cuddles and those like me just rocking him and just me and him being awake. But like when you're in the depth of it, which is
Yeah.
I feel like it's hard to look back at it like that. But like now looking at an almost 4-year-old that like does everything on his own and just I don't know, it's like I just wish I could be back in those moments. But it is hard while you're in it. And I think we just forget, honestly. I think we forget the hard.
Yeah.
So it's I think that's why people have a lot of
That it's
kids.
yeah, that's I think it's literally mom brain. Like your brain is like saying, okay, like you didn't experience any of that. Like you're good for another one.
Yeah, like, okay, let me pack away that trauma, throw that away. Okay, what's next?
Yeah.
Because we
And
can't
then
we literally can't live in that for the rest of our lives, you know? Like, we have to accept it for what it is and, like, move on, but it's hard when you're in the depths of it, for sure. So,
Yeah, and then I can't even remember half the stuff like mom brings up.
dude, I know. Like, still, I can't remember some words. I'm like, I know what that word is, but for some reason I can't remember it. Like, there's so
Yeah, I'll
many
be like,
things.
what was I talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, it gets worse when your kid is like 3 and you're with friends and stuff and they're like doing something. You're like, no, don't touch that. Anyways, blah, blah. And you're like, I don't even remember what we were talking about. Like, it's rough. But yeah, no, I think for sure that like the beginning days are some of the hardest. Just adapting to everything and trying to get into like a new routine and like introducing your babies to your animals. Um, there's just like a whole thing. You just have so many new anxieties that you did not know existed.
Oh, I know. Our dog didn't even care for my baby.
Yeah, no, ours didn't either. But it was still, at first, I was like just nervous about it, you know, because I was like, how is she gonna be around him? Like, which
Oh
she didn't even
yeah.
care.
My I think my mom was more worried about that than me in that moment.
Yeah,
Because I
yeah.
think I know like my dog a little bit more. So I was like,
Mm-hmm.
they're fine. And then my mom would be like, no, like what if she jumps or like does something or like goes near the baby? And I'm like, yeah, that's true. So
Well, and going off of that too, like I think intrusive thoughts are insane in the beginning. Like,
yeah.
I mean, still for me to this day, I still have intrusive thoughts, but like in the beginning, I feel like you're thinking like so many different things, like so many different scenarios because it's the unknown for you, you know? And so I feel like that like really creates a lot of anxiety for you too. So, but I don't know, is there anything else that you can think that you would add, or should we do like a whole episode on postpartum next
Yeah. I
week?
feel like that's like a whole episode in itself.
Yeah. Okay. Um, well, if your first day at home felt messy, emotional, terrifying, and nothing like the movies, you didn't do it wrong. You are just real. Um, so if a new mom is listening to this right now, what would you like to tell her, Brie?
Um, like people would tell me like it's gonna be okay. And I'm like, what the heck do they know? I'm like, right now I do not feel okay. And I haven't felt
Yeah.
okay for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it does get better and I'm kind of seeing like the end of it. You're just
Mm-hmm.
like waiting for it to like be completely um gone. Um so I would just say that, like get help if you do need help. And like we're talking about it really does help. And I think they said like connecting with other moms, but I just felt like at that moment I would like encourage you to like maybe do that. Maybe it will help you. Or maybe just like talking about it privately will help. Or, maybe like your husband or someone, or, like when the time is right and you feel like you're okay to actually like admit everything that's going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, towards the end, um, it'll be okay.
Yeah. No, I'm so glad that you're like seeing the other side of things. And I mean, you're still definitely in the depths of it, 10 months in. Like there's still a lot of moving parts for you and going back to work and stuff. So, um, but I also do would like to take this time to like mention that we do have a website up now on our Instagram, motherhood.unsaid. It's in the bio, and there is a confidential journal on there that you can go in and write your daily journal, um, like input just to get it out, if dealing with something and you don't want to tell anybody about it, like just go ahead and go write it down. We also have like a daily check-in where on the very first page, like you can scroll down and you can just like do a check-in and just like mention everything is confidential. So you could just say like, if you're having a hard day, or maybe you're having a good day, or maybe, something happened in your day and you just want to share it and get it off your chest. Like you can post it there. Other moms can like, they can't comment back, but they can like send you a heart, and just, I think it's a really good space for all of us to feel like we have a village, and it's confidential, and I think that it could really be helpful to a lot of people who feel like they don't have that, like who don't feel like they have somebody to talk to, or honestly just don't want to say it out loud to somebody they know. I think that's a really safe space for all of us. So definitely check that out. But I think the one thing I would say to a new mom going home is just quiet the outside noise. Focus on what's best for you and for your baby and your household, and just really soak it all in. Soak in the hard. And I think just like even through the rough patches, just try to find a little bit of good. But if today's episode resonated, you're not broken. You're becoming a mother. Going home changes everything, and baby blues do not define you. This is Motherhood Unsaid, and we will see you guys next week.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.